Bonjour! We are in front of Mont Saint-Michel. It's a breathtaking view, as you can see. It has the most enchanting demeanor. Now it is UNESCO World Site Heritage and it was built between 10th and 16th century. Now this is the most famous landmark in France, as 3 million people come here every year. And this chateau has a dream-like quality, as it was conceived in a dream. And we are here with the students of IIHM on the culinary tour, which also includes the historical and cultural side of France.
Yesterday was a very beautiful experience that we had. So we stayed in this very rustic, beautiful and traditional French cottage, which were segregated into 3 buildings. And the whole concept of this type of cottage is to bring and spend quality time with your friends and family in the French culture. So yesterday we had the most amazing dinner I've ever had in my life. So we had aperitif. So before even the dinner started, we were supposed to set the tables for the dinner. So this was the table setup which we did yesterday, and this is
lovely.
And the food was prepared by the people who offered us the cottage, but all the other things like setting up the table or clearance of the dishes were supposed to be done by us. So we started off the dinner with the aperitif. So there were 3 aperitifs, 3 cidres. One was the dry cidre. This is the dry cidre, and there was a rosé cidre, and there was a sweet cidre. So these were the aperitifs which were served to us, and to accompany this we had a rillette, which is a pressed cooked duck, which is served, which is accompanied by traditional French bread. So with that we had beetroot salad, which was dressed in vinaigrette and served with baby spinach, and we also had tabbouleh and sausages with it. So this is the tabbouleh. They had 2 types of tabbouleh. One was the traditional tabbouleh, which we can find anywhere, and they had a French style of tabbouleh, which was more tangy and more sweet compared to a traditional tabbouleh. And with that we had it was accompanied by a classical pork sausage. So after this we headed on to the soup course. We were served butternut squash. So the very beautiful thing about whatever we were served in the dinner was all the vegetables or all the ingredients used in the dinner were all grown in their farm, and everything was so good because it was all so fresh and good because it was all grown in an organic way. And then we headed on to the main course. In the main course we were served chicken pie, cheese pie, and vegetable pies, accompanied with white wine made by Malbec grapes. So the wine was really good. So the dinner was beautiful. Then we ate dessert. Dessert was cannelle. Cannelle is it's a classical French dessert which is made with flour, rum, water, and this is baked at a very high temperature, so it gets a burnt kind of texture on the outside, and it is all soft and creamy on the inside. And this is usually served with crème anglaise. So I have a picture of it. You can see it. The texture on the outside looks burnt, but that is what gives it the main flavor. But the internal texture of the cannelle is very soft and creamy, and it was amazing. So this was the best dining experience I've ever had.
So it's very diverse and different experience. So how do you think the students are going to benefit from it?
Yes, I think it could be an interesting experience for them because, as you said, it's very different, and there's a link into all this experience, which is gastronomy and partage, sharing. And I think that they could understand with all those factories and industries that it's not the side which is important, but what the people want to make the spirit of that, what they want to do. The biscuit factory was a big one, but with only good products, and they make attention on what they use to gave good biscuits made. This morning for the cover factory, it's really tiny one, but they want to do the best. And I think that students could understand that it doesn't matter what you want to do, but you have to do with respect. And it's important to be respectful on what you do and what you have been
what you have been given.
What you have been given and what you will left for the future generation.
So you're actually talking about sustainability here, and supporting the local artisans, the farmers,
respectful of the planet, because if we do what we want, the planet couldn't be anymore producing for us. So we have to be honest with it and to respect and to try to do the best, to produce good products and to leave the planet clean.
Wow, so is that the message for all youngsters?
We have also another message. Okay, when you are studying tourism and hotel management and catering, from one country to another, it differs. And when you go in France, we do have also mass tourism, we have also luxury industry, but also we have also profile people that are trying to search another type of tourism, another type of craft people, and another way of learning about something. So we thought for the students that it would be nice for them that, okay, sometimes when you travel and according to pocket money, the amount of money you are ready to spend, you can have very small hotels, which is really not a place where you want to stay, okay, it's just there for a night. Then you've got like living with the farmers in a cottage to have a little bit like a glimpse of what can be life in the countryside, but not like as bed and breakfast or others. But we can have also luxury hotels, and that we are talking about small enterprises, and sometimes small enterprises have a message to give and you can learn from them. And if you want to defer your clients and customers, sometimes it's nice to try to go that way also.
Yes.
So it's what we wanted to show to the students.
Very iconic copper factory which was established in 1850. The name of the factory is Atelier du Bourret. This particular factory was established in 1850, but back then it was just a workshop, and in 1982 is when they started producing, and this is one of the two copper factories in the entire France which makes copper utensils by hand, because there's a lot of industrialization here. Every single equipment you see here in this video or in this place is from the 1850s, and every single thing is handmade. So copper is known to be durable, and the copper utensils which are used in kitchen can last up to 15 to 20 years, which are lined with copper. The ones they also specialize in making copper utensils which are lined with silver, which last up to 40 to 50 years.
So you can get your equipments here from kitchen as well to get it refurbished. So they do refurbishment as well. So as you can see, there are some pans kept over there which have been given by a restaurant. So they have come here to get a recoating of the tin inside. So we are going to the shop right now to buy something if we can.
Today we are here to visit the copper factory. You can see this workshop of this copper factory. Before they given us the presentation on history of this copper factory and how they started, and this is the machine. This one you can see, it's the machine where they give shapes, different shapes to the utensils, and you can see here so many of objects they have prepared. So this is the section where they give shapes to the utensils. Here, this one, this one. It's to heat the copper to the level on 600 degrees Celsius, where it can get smooth and softer to be given a various shape. And this is the water. After they given the shape, they dip their utensil into this water and polish them with melted steel inside and rub it so it can have a protecting layer to the cooking utensils.
And we had a lot of fun, yes? Yes! And now we are headed back to the hotel and we are going to have a lot of fun.
We'll cook.
We are going to cook today. That's the best part. We are going to cook.